welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow, 18 Hours special initiative that celebrates the undying entrepreneurial spirit of the micro, small and medium enterprise sector. On the show today, a special conversation with the founder of Chumbak, the retail and design store, on what it takes to be a disruptor in the space as well as marketing your brand. And on Bright Sparks tonight, we will be featuring two companies, including Numero Uno, a clothing brand that has created a niche collection for itself, as well as Gift XOXO, which helps you create memorable experiences for your loved ones. So that's what we have lined up for you tonight. Let's start off right away then with our Inside conversation. From what started as a desire to create differentiated Indian-themed souvenirs to becoming the go-to place for anything quirky, whether it's accessories or clothing, Chumbak, the Bengaluru-based retail and design store, has indeed come a long way. I caught up with Vivek Prabhakar, the founder and CEO of the company. I asked him about how small and medium companies can really be innovators in the space and how companies can effectively use branding and marketing to grow. Take a listen. Thank you so much for speaking with us today. I want to start by asking you about really the idea behind Chumbak.
So actually we started thinking about Chumbak I think in 2008, 2009 and each time Shubhra and me would travel even abroad, we'd bring back these souvenirs and they would truly represent the place, and the smallest of places that we'd visit you could bring back even like a fridge magnet, right? And somewhere we figured that why didn't India have stuff like this? Why was India stuck in a, with the marble Taj Mahals and the Pashmina shawls and stuff like that? It didn't really represent the India that you and I see every day. So that was the genesis of the idea for Chumbak. And I think along the way we, started figuring out it's not just souvenirs, it's a whole bunch of accessories. About a year and a half ago we launched home. Last year we launched apparel. I think we've evolved into this kind of design-led lifestyle brand over the past 4-5 years.
So what advice would you have to give to MSMEs or SMEs or entrepreneurs who think they're sitting on a great idea, not sure really, what the next phase is going to be?
I think the number one advice that I'd like to give is that to get your hands dirty. A lot of the time I speak to younger entrepreneurs, people who are just starting out and stuff like that. And they, I'm working on this idea and I'm working at a job right now, but I have this idea, I'm trying to figure out what to do about it and I'm working on a business plan. So my advice to them is actually don't wait, just start. What's the worst that could happen? You'll fail. But you'll fail without having any regret. And the kind of experience that you get with failure, nothing else in life teaches you. So the number one advice that I always give is just start, get your hands dirty.
We have a call-in show on the Leaders of Tomorrow where we have entrepreneurs who ask us about how to really go about finding funding for their business, and assume that funding is really one of the biggest challenges for someone starting out.
I think someone starting out, one of the things that you should not start a company is because you need funding. One of the biggest things that when companies start off is that you're out to solve a problem that nobody else has or you feel that you can solve, right? And a lot of these models are built where companies are saying that, hey, listen, I'll get to up till here and then maybe somebody will put money into my company and I'll get funded and then I'll survive. The idea is to survive without money. The idea is to survive with just what you've got, with your own skin in the game. In terms of actually when is it right to go for funding is when you feel that your unit economics of what you're doing is right. You feel that, listen, I've got the product right, I've got the kind of consumer, all I need to do now is go and meet many more consumers, hire more people in my team and get, scale up the product. That's when you realize, listen, it can't be done with internal kind of accruals that are coming in, I need to go and raise money. So I think once people, entrepreneurs understand the difference of when the right time to raise money is, that I think will become easier for them in their journey.
What are some of the biggest challenges when someone is starting out?
I think one of the biggest challenges is understanding who your consumer is. I think narrowing that down to a real science, I think that takes some time. Understanding who you are as a company. What is the company? Why does this company exist? Why does it exist? What is it out to do? And I think this is an answer it's an evolution. Companies go through a lot of evolution. The answers don't come up front. And I think that's the biggest challenge that entrepreneurs and even we have, saying that, listen, who is this consumer of mine and what kind of product that am I offering to this consumer, product or service, whatever, in our case it's product. but why would a consumer come to our brand and buy it versus going anywhere else? I think those are the challenges in this ever-growing competitive environment, trying to figure out where that match between my product and the consumer happens. That's the biggest challenge, actually.
Some of the companies that I speak with tell me, and these are the companies that have gone through the entire entrepreneurial phase and are now fairly large companies, and they say it's essential for you to rework your business plan at least twice in a year, so that as you evolve, you change your business plan. Would you agree with that?
I think maybe not twice in a year, but definitely there's evolution. Even if you take our case, we started out saying that we'd be an accessories company. We started out opening up kiosks which were small, 80 feet kind of kiosks. We evolved to a fact with the kind of feedback that came from consumers saying that, listen, we want more of Chumbak. We don't want to see just the smaller stuff. We want to see larger products. We want to see more of, apparel, more of fashion. And listening to consumers helped us evolve into that. Helped us evolve in terms of even the stores. Like, for example, the smallest kiosks that we used to have, which we closed down, were 80 square feet. These are 2,500 square feet, the larger stores. So I think that evolution happens as and when the company is also growing. You're learning constantly. Our design language, we started out with a very strong India themed focus. There would be muchis and like auto rickshaws running around the product and all of that kind of stuff. Today we've evolved into, as consumers have evolved, we've also evolved, saying that we're now just great Chumbak design. If it happens to have India in it, great. If it doesn't, the product doesn't require, that's fine as well. But what is core to us remains, which is design. So it's an evolution, honestly.
I want to talk to you about regulatory challenges. Yeah. The retail industry specifically faces a lot of it, especially when conversations around FDI happens. Yeah. What advice would you have to give to MSMEs or entrepreneurs when it comes to dealing with these regulatory challenges? And I'm assuming that given that these outfits are always small, a lot of the time, a lot of the energy of the founders gets spent on dealing with these regulatory challenges. What advice would you have? So
the advice actually is, you honestly, if it's a regulatory challenge, you honestly don't have an option. You're constantly also dealing with this other than running your business. The idea is to figure out, if you're starting up, to figure out what kind of regulatory challenges and what kind of legal frameworks exist in that existing industry that you want to enter into. If it's a high barrier kind of thing where there are huge, maybe alcohol for example, there's a huge amount of legal barrier in state to state, it differs and all of that. You got to figure out, is that a market that I want to enter into where regulatory challenges and legal hurdles are going to be huge, or am I going to enter into a market which is a little bit more stable, which is a little bit more this thing. So, and as far as regulatory stuff concerned, the advice is to obviously just follow the regulations. That's the stuff.
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. It goes unsaid that some stuff like this has to be done. But I think the government is making and saying all the right stuff right now and taking steps in the right direction. It's still early days and we'll see where it leads. We are definitely far better than what we were 5 years ago. So I think we're still early days. It's still too early to say what's going to happen.
Yours is a new age family owned and family run business. Is that the best model that you would advise for companies starting out, or there's the whole conversation about having professional management on board, for example?
I don't see the difference between the two, honestly. Being professional run, family run, the only family about it is that my co-founder happens to be married to me. That's the only family run part of it. But if you look at the company, it's completely professionally run in that sense. So for us, there's no distinction. In fact, I don't look at ourselves as a family run business at all. Are we owned completely by family also? That's not true. We've got venture capitalists in, we've got employees in who own stock in the company and all of that stuff. So I don't think there's a difference between the two as far as we're concerned. But which one is better? I honestly wouldn't know.
What are the next 5 years looking like for you?
I think the next 5 years are to kind of understand the kind of consumers a little bit better. What are they looking at? Trying to go deeper into some categories which we're seeing a great amount of traction in. And I think in the next year or so, we'll be taking the brand internationally and globally as well. So I think, when we open up stores across the world, I think that's going to be the next big challenge and the next bit of work that we've got on our plates right now.
You're someone who has managed your brand fantastically, and you've ridden on the brand and the freshness that the brand really brings. What advice again would you have to entrepreneurs when it comes to really using marketing and sales and branding and also keeping their products relevant? I'm assuming using an online model would reduce their cost to a large extent, but is that going to be the only thing that will work for them?
I think the number one advice in terms of branding is that, so at Chumbak, we always look at these decisions in terms of, is it going to help the brand or is it going to hurt the brand? That's the number one thing that we look at. Everything else is below that. Any decision that we take, if we're going to close down, the smaller kiosks, which were doing very well for us, is it going to be good for us in the long term or not for the brand? Opening up stores, are consumers going to come and see a whole bunch of stuff that they never saw and didn't expect Chumbak to do? Is it going to be good for the brand or not? And I think the other thing about all of these decisions that we make is that somewhere the entire brand that we've built has been built on conversations. We've always actually spoken to consumers and not really shoved product down their throat kind of messaging. Whereas it's been, so if you look at even our Instagram feed, or for example, every 10 posts that we do, 2 are about what's new at Chumbak. 8 are about stuff about our dog, the weather, the food we ate, the places we visited, the music we listened to, or the movies we watched. And I think that's where we've built brand, saying that listen, we're open to conversations with consumers. Where consumers, why are people on social media to have conversations? Social media has never been built on a one-way street. And that's why I think we've been successful in building that brand on social like that.
Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you so much.
Fascinating conversation. Thanks.
You.
Let's take a break. On the other side, we feature 2 exciting bright sparks tonight, including Numero Uno and Gift XOXO. Just stay tuned. Welcome back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow. On Bright Sparks tonight, we're featuring 2 companies that are standouts in their space, Numero Uno as well as Gift XOXO. Our first story tonight on Bright Sparks is a clothing brand that has played a pivotal role in bringing denim to the Indian market. It's been in existence for over 2 decades now and has no plans of slowing down. Libza Manan caught up with the man behind Numero Uno. Take a look.
Gurugram-based Numero Uno was one of the first Indian brands to introduce denim wear in the market. The brand began its journey by procuring denim fabric from the wholesale domestic market and converting it into trendy pairs of jeans at affordable prices. With a commitment to offer newness and latest styles to fashionable India, Numero Uno follows a philosophy of be the new you.
Numero Uno seems to have a special association with the denim fabric and is hailed as one of India's first denim brands. What do you have to say about this connection?
I love the nature of denim. I love the way it was a fabric that you could change as per your design sense, and that's what interested me to get into jeans. So association of Numero Uno was association of me get into the jeanswear business.
But today denim is becoming a highly competitive category with international players now expanding their footprint to India. Amidst this, how is Numero Uno maintaining its jeanswear legacy?
See, legacy nobody can take away. You're a brand that has been there and been selling jeans to the Indian consumer and to some people from overseas as well who used to come and buy from us and still do. So our footprint has only increased. Brands internationally that were not present earlier have come in and helped us increase the market and increase the consumption of denim overall.
Well, the brand's latest TV campaign, Blue is Blue, seems to have been successful in reaching out to the youth. What was the idea and message behind this youth-centric campaign?
If you see the ad, it will be all about denims. It's not just jeans, but it's about denim jackets, a denim shirt. It's all about denim and the brand. So it's another reminder or reaching out to people saying, denim is us and we are denim, and blue is blue and blue is never going to get out of fashion.
Having been in the retail industry for over 2 decades now, where do you see the sector heading in the next couple of years?
It's been last 3-4 years has been very tough for retail because the consumer market otherwise has been slow. It's bound to grow. But as the economy improves, the spending will improve, the choice of buying where from has improved already, but the discounting has to become more rationalized.
Design and innovation lie at the core of Numero Uno's success. A dedicated team of designers at Studio Uno, the brand's design center, carefully analyzes global trends, constantly upgrades styles, and offers new global designs to the Indian youth.
After setting a strong presence in North India, Numero Uno is now tapping the markets of South and East India. How successful has been this entry?
See, our idea was firstly very clear that we wanted to be in a region and become the major player, which we have done. In North India, our presence is probably the maximum that any brand has. For going into the new market, it has its challenges. And we worked it out now that we are going into starting with the West and the Northeast, a little bit to the South to start with.
Numero Uno has 2 state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities across North India. What kind of quality check procedures are adopted in these units to ensure high quality products?
The quality check procedures are as per international standards. Whatever is required is put through. We are putting every possible check for right from sourcing the right fabric from the best mills, from the best accessories, the right machines, the right processes, the right finishing equipment, wherever chemicals are required, if at all any, have to be absolutely the best and which are permitted internationally. There is no shortcut to making a good quality garment.
What would you say are the distinguishing factors that make Numero Uno a leader of tomorrow?
There are many things. The distribution is one. The team is another. The brand has evolved, which is fantastic. Most people even today believe that its brands come from the West. It's a European brand because that's the feel that they've got. So we've always delivered more than what we actually have promised. Which is a good thing.
The brand's Gurugram manufacturing unit prides itself for deploying the latest technology for one of the best in-house laundries in the country, washing more than 80,000 pieces every month. Close to 500 skilled workers put in hours of dedicated efforts to make Numero Uno a stylish and most sought-after fashion brand amongst the youth.
Experience gifting is the in thing, and adding wow images in social media news feeds definitely becoming a need for many, and one company that offers consumers over 5,000 experiences to choose from for gifting purposes is XOXO. It's catering to major Indian cities including Bengaluru, New Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai, and is now clocking in nearly 500 orders daily. Polimi Mukhopadhyay gets you the story.
Looking for gift ideas for your friends that are not run-of-the-mill? Or have you always nursed the idea of rock climbing in the Sholay Hills near Bangalore? Or dining on a helipad maybe? Well, gifting's experiences have now become the talk of the town. A company that's making life easy for gifting ideas is XOXO. XOXO offers a plethora of gifting options and experiences for you. With its slick and stylish gift boxes ranging from Rs 1500 to 5 lakh, XOXO provides consumers, retail or corporate, with not to miss gift options. We caught up with the company's co-founder Kushal Agarwal to find out more about this unique platform.
Kushal, what is the idea behind this unique concept of XOXO?
We got an insight from the market that every individual or every person wants to put something new and different in their Facebook profile and want to share interesting moments in Facebook. So we thought let's build a marketplace of experiences where interesting professionals can come on board and they can sell their experiences all together in this particular platform.
Give us an idea about the different kind of experiences that you provide through this platform.
If you think of driving a vintage car, we have that on board. If you think of, say, flying a plane, we have that on board. If you wish to fire a rocket launcher, we have that on board. We have categorized the entire experience sets into 6 buckets. One being adventure stuff, one being wellness, arts and learning, that is the hobbies, or say tours and getaways, gourmet and philanthropy. We have more than 5,000 ideas for you to cherish in your lifetime.
Since you have so many kinds of various experiences and services that you are providing through this platform, what kind of partners do you have?
So Gift XOXO has varied type of partners. So it can be an individual person. Maybe he's a great person in photography. He can come on board and he can sell an experience. And there can be some large service providers, large hotels as a service provider who can come on board and they can sell an experience, saying, let's say, dining inside the pool or cook with a master chef type of thing. Now, largely what we have done is, as we have vast varieties of experiences and gift vouchers on board, we also have built a total reward software for companies. And we have deployed this software for several companies and we have received great feedback. And I'm sure it's going to be the next breed of technology, next breed of total rewards technology, which can be very useful for the companies.
Give us an idea about your consumer profile. What kind of companies do subscribe for your services?
If I want to divide the entire client portfolio, I would be able to divide into a couple of parts. So one being ITES sector, which is giving us the maximum amount of business. Startups would be second. Third would be more of the BFSI segment, where banking and financial institutions use these services. Then FMCG companies have used these services altogether.
In addition to its website, Gift XOXO is also available as an app called Frogo. Similar to the website, the app helps you hop, pop and explore various options and is available on both Android and iOS platforms. The categories are divided into segments like business, pocket friendly, must try, special offers and so on. The company co-founder Sumit Khandelwal believes that business is all about creating value and cannot be built on a discount mantra.
We launched a mobile app called as Frogo. Today while we speak, we have more than 35,000 downloads, we have more than 40,000 active customers over there. And this essentially is a platform which allows people to consume experiences for personal consumption. Just to give an example, when I step out, I want to do something which is far more interesting, and I really don't want to watch a movie, or I really don't want to probably sleep. I can just look at different interesting things, which could be say a cocktail mixing session which is just happening around 100 meters away. So that's where the Frogo Daily app helps you. You can identify those and then go and book it and then avail it.
Started in 2012, this company houses 140 employees under one roof. With more than over 1 lakh registered customers subscribing to its company and over 1,000 vendors across the country, Gift XOXO caters to over 700 corporate clients. With quality experiences and automated technology, Gift XOXO has managed to back biggest clients like Accenture, Bharti Airtel, Adobe, British Airways, Axis Bank, Canon, Cisco India, Infosys, amongst many. With over 5,000 experiences on offer, Gift XOXO has not only made gifting trouble-free, but also opened doors to self-pampering.
With that, it's a wrap in this edition of the Leaders of Tomorrow. Do remember, we always love hearing from you. You can write in to us at leadersoftomorrow@timesgroup.com. You can reach us on social media using the hashtag LOT, or you can always call us on the number which is flashing below on your screen. Thanks for watching.